Friendly reminder, you can zoom in on our watch-alongs if you'd rather see the footage instead of our mugs. For clearer quality, you can go to YouTube settings, Quality, Advanced, and switch to 1080p. Thank you for listening to the Malapert Smark podcast. Alright, we're back with the Malapert Smark podcast. Here we talk pro wrestling. I got Vlad, the wrestling expert. What's up, Vlad?
Well, this I'm actually excited. We're talking about classic wrestling, WCW Monday Nitro, a show that me and Kehan grew up watching. It's always exciting.
Yep. This is classic wrestling talk day. I know the modern wrestling can be a bummer sometimes, or hit or miss, sometimes good, sometimes awful. Vlad is a big fan of classic wrestling from the 90s, so that's where we became wrestling fans, me and him. Robert is also here, my good friend, the Frozen Asian. What's up? How you doing?
I'm good.
Thank God you're good. Gracias a Dios. But yes, also Robert had not been here to watch the WCW in 1996. He was watching WWF. He was on the other side. He was up north. We were down south, and he was up north.
He was up there in New York.
Well, all right. So we've done 10 parts already, something like that. So we have a link to the playlist. We're not going to go over everything that's happened so far, but it's been an NWO takeover, domination type of thing. They've got the world title. They got Hollywood Hogan. Their group is growing. Now they got Six, Vincent, Ted DiBiase, the Giant, the Nasty Boys, and Miss Elizabeth, potentially, which is where we left off. Hollywood Hogan is in the midst of a feud with the Macho Man heading into Halloween Havoc. The Macho Man, WCW's only hope at the moment, now that Sting is gone. Hollywood Hogan at the NWO, surprisingly, at the very end of the last Nitro, tried to get at Miss Elizabeth, which is pulling at the heartstrings of the Macho Man, because that's his ex-wife, and there's obviously still feelings there. But there was a couple episodes where Miss Elizabeth was looking concerned for him, as he would get his ass beat by the NWO continuously, mercilessly. But then she was hanging out with him. So what's going on there? All right. Well, let's jump right in. And let's find out. Yep.
Let's see if we can find out some information.
This is WCW Nitro. We're into October 1996. We're 3 Nitros away from Halloween Havoc, which is at the end of October, right near Halloween.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
It's time for WCW Monday Nitro! 2 hours of wrestling!
We usually listen to these opening monologues by the announcers. It's usually Tony Schiavone and Zbyszko. It's been for the past few weeks. But they usually give pretty good summaries of what's been going on recently.
Yeah.
So let's hear what it is this week, especially in the midst of the Miss Elizabeth controversy.
WCW with some of the finest wrestling action you will find worldwide. As always, as you know, we are red hot and we are counting the days to Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc. Along with living legend Larry Zbyszko, this is Tony Schiavone for hour number 1 of our live telecast. And Larry, as we left our fans last week, what is going on with Miss Elizabeth? She is apparently very distraught, but a lot of questions need to be answered.
What do you mean she's apparently distraught? It's obvious she's with the New World Order. She's sitting in the middle of the Lion's Den, movie contracts on her lap, Hollywood Hulk Hogan offering her parts in the movie. We saw it. What do you mean? No controversy as far as I'm concerned. She's in the New World Order.
God damn. So Zbyszko is like putting his opinion out there. Right? Shit. No, she's hanging out with them. She's with them.
Zbyszko's a straight shooter, man.
Oh, here's a replay of her leaving the hotel room and the Macho Man. They still don't really... They didn't talk about why the Macho Man wasn't there last week. No showed his interview with Mike Tenay. How did he know they were at the hotel, I guess? I mean, I assume he was watching on TV or something. Maybe staying at the same hotel with the gang who's been beating his ass.
The New World Order and their hotel room and here comes the Macho Man, Randy Savage. And he confronts her. I mean, look at her. Take a look at her.
I mean,
face,
it's a
if you will.
sensitive
She is
scene
very,
for,
very upset.
you know,
There
the
is
people who are
something
sensitive
else here
about domestic
with Miss
violence and
Elizabeth.
such,
Maybe we'll find out tonight,
right?
because
Getting all up in
our
their
main
face.
event in the second hour tonight
That's true.
is
That's
the
true.
Bit
Macho Man,
controversial,
Randy
maybe it
Savage,
would be in our
against
day and
the
age.
nature boy,
Not how you
Ric
should
Flair.
treat a woman.
The man that she's been-
In today's day and age, we didn't think about this in 1996.
She was scared. She got caught. But look at Macho Man. Attitude is the secret. Attitude is your inner feelings expressed through your outward behavior. Savage has no emotional control, Tony. The man is gone.
And Savage going into October 27th will be in the main event at Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc.
I actually think Zabisco's tremendous in a lot of ways.
Speaking of world,
He gives a lot of good
there are
insight.
new world tag team champions. We'll show you the footage. It happened just a couple of days ago on WCW.
Okay, so there was
Saturday
another
night.
title
You are
change,
seeing
Vlad,
right now
on Saturday night.
as Colonel
It went
Parker
back to the
holds
Harlem
leg.
Heat.
You see the Johnny
I was
Rodz
thinking
kick
Public
by
Enemy could
Stevie
face
Ray.
NWO because that would be a good, easy win for them. Get the tag team titles on the side of the NWO, but Harlem Heat cheated. And they're cheating too. Look at this. Everybody cheats in this freaking company. It's not a company of freaking angels here that the NWO have been roughing up. Everybody freaking cheats. So Harlem Heat cheated to get back their tag team titles. So it's going to be Harlem Heat against the NWO's Hall and Nash at Halloween Havoc. At this
Gotcha.
Nick Patrick is still wearing the neck brace?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah,
Well,
man.
there's
His neck is messed up, bro.
They're gonna talk about that because the Macho Man attacked him, and there haven't been repercussions for that yet. So that will come up later in the episode.
Okay.
So this is a grudge match, they call it. It's a non-title grudge match. Public Enemy against Harlem Heat. They're mad that Harlem Heat cheated, you know. So they're just gonna have a match. But it's not for the title. All right. Harlem Heat will be going into that match against Hall and Nash with the belts. But I'm gonna skip a little bit into this match because something happens. Here's the Harlem Heat. They were already in the ring to start the show. But I'm gonna skip a couple minutes here.
Team champions holding those belts.
Sherry Martel, Vlad,
Oh, yeah.
Look at her
Legendary character.
getting in the face of Rocco Rock. He wasn't having that.
And he paid for it.
Well, I gotta admit, I don't know a lot about Sherry. More WWF,
Yeah.
right, Vlad?
Right.
She's more WWF or late 80s, early,
Yeah.
early 90s.
This is like
yeah.
some of the only stuff I've seen from her, but I hear cool things.
Yeah, I heard cool things too. I don't know. I wasn't watching it at that time either.
This tag team
This
match will
commercial was
continue
kind of funny,
right for this time
the way it
now,
started.
here on WCW Monday Nitro. Stay with us. Look, Nick Patrick's hurt. He's on the floor.
Fashion statement like the Macho Man, living on the edge.
You want to be like the Macho Man? Get your very own Macho Man t-shirt and bandana for just $24.95. Plus $5.95 shipping and handling.
Check out the friends benefits. Oh yeah, Macho style. Dig it.
Call 1-800-WCW-8661.
Oh yeah.
We send the
No,
cameraman
man.
back live, and you're looking live right now, Miss Elizabeth, at the door of the Macho Man. Let's listen in
Randy,
here.
please, let me in. Randy, please, are you here?
She needs to explain herself.
Please, you've got to let me talk to you. You've got to let me explain, please. Randy?
Well, he's... Look at her face, if
So
you will,
she's
Larry.
looking
He is
for the
not in
Macho
there.
Man. She wants to
And
talk
there
to
is
him
more than
about what
more than
happened
meets the
last
eye
week.
here.
So
Yes, talk about a guilty look. Look at the face of Miss Elizabeth. You know what? She's knocking outside the door going, Randy, Randy. Same thing Delilah said. Sit right down here, Samson. Let me get the haircut. Samson should run for his life.
I'm not denying there apparently had been some...
Yeah.
Nice little biblical reference there.
Yeah, so it was a little.
so nobody-
religion.
Turnbuckles here.
Or at least Larry
on
Zbyszko doesn't
Nitro.
trust
Good
Miss
to have
Elizabeth.
you with us live as we come to you
Yeah,
as always
she's
here
a
on
Delilah.
Watch what happens
and every
here.
Monday night. Rocco Rock desperately trying to get to his corner, desperately trying to get to his corner, cut off by a front chancery. I've been told now by our production truck, the NWO has arrived. They are here. They are in the arena here somewhere.
I can smell them. I can smell them. I know they're here somewhere. There they are. The odor's coming from up there.
They're amongst the audience.
The Outsiders,
Hall, Nash, Ted DiBiase, Six.
Vincent, wait, they got a microphone.
Hey, yo.
What?
Harlem Heat. You two hillbillies.
Hillbillies.
You want some of the Outsiders, Chico. you're gonna get it.
Yeah, how are the Harlem Heat hillbillies?
In a couple of weeks, Slim Jim Halloween Havoc, we're gonna snap into them belts of yours.
So they're teasing the Harlem Heat during their match.
It's Halloween
They got a hot
Havoc,
mic.
It's gonna be awful scary.
And you know, I know why they wear these things on their nose now, because I can smell the fear.
Yo, Heat, the time is running.
But don't forget, boys, you can smell the fear, but I can smell the money and those belts. Hey, Heat, Halloween Havoc, it's gonna get real hot.
Typical NWO style here.
How did they get on our frequency?
I have no idea.
Get you. Ready or not, here we come. We're gonna get you. You know, it looks like they're doing
Okay.
it. Trying to distract you, but I don't think it's working. We're gonna get you.
They sure are trying to distract them, just being annoying. All right, let me skip forward a little bit to see what happens. I think it's going to be a tremendous amount of cheating.
You got to agree with that.
Sherry's, Sister Sherry's up there with Nick Patrick, the injured Nick Patrick, trying to distract him.
Oh, he fell off the turnbuckle.
And he hit the table.
What's that other guy's name, Vlad? The guy with the hat.
It was a
That's
look at that. He hit
Colonel Robert Parker.
Because these are the guys the NWO are going to be dealing with. We haven't really been following much of their angles, but now that they're going to be facing them at Halloween Havoc, we should know who they are. But yeah, dude, Nick Patrick is still with Sherry over here. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, he's being distracted.
They're just beating this guy with the fucking steel chair. So they're gonna take another victory. These guys should fuck up their title match against the NWO, really, because these guys really have a beef with these guys. Honestly, why are they being so heelish? Well, there you go. They're gonna get the win finally. Sherry's like, all right, I'm leaving now.
Oh, goodness.
This company is just this is lawless company, especially with Nick Patrick at the helm. Oh my God! I know you guys have been saying he's doing a good job, but maybe because of this injury,
He's hurt.
yeah, no, he's hurt. Yeah, well,
He's working hurt. He needs his money. He needs his weekly paycheck.
Exactly.
All right, the cameraman is out there. I understand. There you see the limousine. That can mean only one thing. The NWO now. I'm not certain. Is this Hulk Hogan? We've seen the other members of the NWO inside, and who is this coming out?
I can't tell from here.
Oh my! That's Jeff Jarrett.
just double J.
Jeff Jarrett. It says he's got something to say, and he's arrived on Nitro.
Oh yeah, Jeff,
don't go
another
away.
first appearance here. I don't know if it's his first time in WCW.
I think so, actually. I don't know. I don't remember he was actually ever
First WCW appearance for Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett is my favorite wrestler, by the way, to all you fans out there. Just my personal preference. I know.
You don't need to put that. You don't need to put that on the air.
Everyone is gonna unsubscribe. Now, I notice sometimes like people unsubscribe, like it'll down from like 148 to 147. I'll be like, someone watched our show actually and they didn't like it. They unsubscribed. Now,
They didn't like when Kahan said that his favorite wrestler was Jeff Jarrett.
now that it's out there that Jeff Jarrett was my favorite wrestler, I bet you the number is gonna go down from like 163 to like fucking 20 or something.
Just because of Jeff Jarrett.
Let's hope not, but yeah.
I get a kick out of Jeff Jarrett, okay. Anyways, let's go back to Saturday night. They're going to review a couple of days ago. Nick Patrick is going to address the whole thing about getting attacked by the Macho Man.
This is going to be a shock to the world because I am going to take control here, and I'm going to bring Law and Order back to WCW, and I'm going to do it by making this move right here, right now. The largest fine ever levied in any professional sports is right now being levied against the Macho Man, Randy Savage, for placing his hands upon me. $1 million is the fine that I am setting down on Macho
$1
Man
million
Randy Savage for putting his hands on me, and I am also pushing for him to be suspended. Now, I've been assured by my lawyers that I have a very, very good case, and I suggest that
How can the referee
back me up on this,
fine
because
for a
if you'll
wrestler? That doesn't
notice,
make.
No,
That's part of
he's not doing it. Listen.
My lawyers that I have a very, very good case. And I suggest that WCW back me up on this, because if you'll notice...
See, WCW should do what he's saying, is what he's saying. They should back him up.
WCW should find... Got it, okay.
Yes.
There was one announcer out here that stirred up a lot of trouble and spread a lot of lies and a lot of rumors about me. And if you'll notice, that man's not here anymore, is he?
Was that Dusty Rhodes? Oh no, Gene Okerlund. Yeah, he got Mean Gene thrown out. Well, for the audio listeners here, Nick Patrick is talking into the camera, but the microphone wasn't on, so we don't really know what he said. But he's here refereeing this next match. Let's see who it's gonna be, Glenn. It's WCW Roulette. My favorite. See what random ass matches come out during this period. It's kind of interesting. It's Diamond Dallas Page. He's smoking a cigar. The heel DDP. And he's facing
Jim Powers
with Teddy Long.
Teddy Long.
Manager.
All right, play it.
I mean, I'm assuming DDP wins.
You want to hear a DDP promo?
Eddie! Yeah, I'm talking to you, burrito boy. Take a good look. See the butt kicking that's happening right now.
He called Eddie Guerrero Burrito Boy because he's Mexican, so he must eat a lot of burritos. He's the next matchup for Eddie at Halloween Havoc. So
Halloween Havoc, yeah, DDP.
So he's talking about Eddie.
Because that's what DDP's gotten stored for you. I don't care if you recuperated from the diamond cutting I put on you with the Clash of Champions. Halloween Havoc, burrito boy. DDP's gonna put something on you that Ajax won't take off. Bang!
Whoa! And Jim Powers almost put it on Diamond Dallas right there.
Promo for you.
Burrito Boy
did put him out.
Probably again, something you probably will not be able to say in today's wrestling or any climate in today's.
If he said it today, canceled.
Canceled, yes. Unfortunately,
it's a wrestling promo, man. I'm kind of tired. I'm going to hit pause on this, man. People don't understand wrestling. The point of wrestling back in the day was...
Leon, you're preaching to fire, yes.
Yeah, exactly. We know.
Okay, but people don't know, man. And this is a podcast. I'm hoping somebody listens to this. But the point was to say the most outlandish and do the most outlandish thing to make people watch, to be like... controversial was the point. It's a show. It's not real. You're supposed to, stir up of some kind of feud or angle somehow, and the only way to do it is to make fun of people. How can you do wrestling if you don't make fun of people? Even if it's a little low under the belt, you know what I mean? But the world just has gone. The world has gone a way that I don't agree with. But okay.
Sure. No.
A little too sensitive. Some people are a little too sensitive.
Oh, that's a fact. We all know that.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to move on with this match. There's a diamond cutter from Diamond Dallas Page, so this is going to be a win for him. And I think he's going to attempt to do a post-match beatdown on him. You want to see people being heels on the show other than the NWO. We saw the Harlem Heat earlier, and now here's DDP kicking Teddy Long's ass.
You didn't beat the man. That was the way. See, look at Patrick's right in there to break it up.
Good officiating.
Patrick doing his job.
Patrick surely saved the day, man.
Diamond knows he could have got $1 million fine. No one's going to mess around with Patrick in the ring now after finding Macho Man $1 million.
All right, let me move on with the show. Let's see who we got. The Macho Man. Gonna come out for a promo. You guys want to watch a Macho Man promo?
Well, that I don't.
Leading up to
I'm always up for a Macho Man.
Hollywood Hogan title match at Halloween Havoc. Looks like he's got a NASCAR racer with him.
Wearing Slim Jim.
WCW loves their NASCAR.
Savage. The big one upcoming, Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc against Hulk Hogan, October the 27th. Tonight, the second hour of Nitro, main event matchup with Ric Flair. But I understand that you...
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. The main event is Macho Man and Ric Flair for the United States Championship.
That's a good match.
Yeah, can you believe that? Before a world title match, against a U.S. title match.
This past weekend in Ric Flair's hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes, I did. Let me have the microphone.
Right here is a friend of mine, Jason Keller, number 57, the driver of the Slim Jim Halloween Havoc race car. And Jason, I gotta tell you something. For the last couple of weeks out here, the NWO, the New World Order, have been going crazy, yeah. And they been saying that at Charlotte Speedway this last Saturday that they were gonna run over everybody and they were gonna win the race. They got a race car driver named Patty, supposed to be a real famous family. And I just wanted to ask you, Jason, at Charlotte at the Speedway, how did the NWO car do?
The only thing they hit was the wall. They didn't do too good.
They hit the wall! Did they finish the race?
Didn't even finish the race, Mike.
Let me ask you a question, Jason. Isn't the idea of racing that you're supposed to go around and around and
that
around?
Nice NWO car that we really liked, but
and finish the race?
It got
I've been racing
destroyed.
for a long time. That's what they tell me. You're not supposed to hit the wall.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
They hit the wall. I am very, very,
wanted that
sorry
car, bro.
that the New World Order
That car's probably worth millions.
what they said they were going to.
Well, they can fix it.
Well, Jason, the Slim
total
Jim
loss.
Halloween Havoc car, number 57.
They'll make another one, bro.
Didn't hit the wall.
Yeah, but that was the one on
We had
Nitro
a
when they
pretty
took
good day, and
over.
we didn't hit the wall. That's for sure.
When the
You
NWO
finished
took
the
over,
race.
that was a
Oh, yeah, every
souvenir.
lap.
Did you finish in the top 25, Jason?
Come on, Macho. You were there with us. You know what happened.
They finished in the top 25. Isn't that great? Oh, yeah. Wait a minute,
Slim
wait a
Jim
minute.
car,
wait a
hell
minute.
yeah.
Did they finish in the top 20, Jason?
Give me a little credit there, Macho. You were there. You know we did.
Unbelievable. They finished in the top 20. Isn't
I'm
that
impressed. I'm impressed.
All right, I want to go crazy right now to finish in the top 15.
And we did that too.
They did it! Praise the big macho man of the sky! They finished in the top 15!
The big
Isn't that
macho
great? We're
man
gonna
in the
party?
sky.
We're gonna party all night long.
Okay, did they finish in the top 12?
Like Tenay.
Did that?
Mike Tenay.
We did it too.
The Slim Jim Halloween Havoc car finished in the top 12. Jason, tell me exactly where you finished.
Well, we had a good day, and we ended up finishing 10th, and we missed some wrecks, you know, unlike that NWO car, but we missed a lot of wrecks and had the Halloween Havoc car up front.
Well, let me tell you something.
Well, how
You
fun
were
is that?
great. You were fast.
Back in the days,
you were
people used to be having
fantastic.
fun.
And the Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc car, I'm just glad I could support it in the pit crew. And the time that I held the car up over my head and you changed the tires really, really, really fast, I thought that was cool. It kind of helped you finish 10th, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, man, we teammates. You're the man, that's for sure.
All right, I got to ask you a question, Jason. Number 57, my friend. Yeah, what's up with you now?
Well, we're going to take the Slim Jim Halloween Havoc car to Rockingham in a couple weeks. Unlike the NWO guys, we're going to show up, we're going to be there, and we're going to do a lot better there than we did at Charlotte.
Exactly, and at MGM, at Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc, you Hollywood Hulk Hogan, it's going to be the end. You're going to crash and burn just like the NWO car. Yes, you are. You understand?
You gotta talk to me. You gotta let me explain, okay?
No way. What's done is done. Say
Miss
it.
Elizabeth is out
let's
interrupting
go
the
to-
interview, and I gotta explain that for people who might just be listening. But yes, the Macho Man just ran off, said no, save it. No one wants to hear your shit.
Ring tag team action on Monday night.
No one wants to hear your lies.
No one
Would
wants
you
to
look
hear
at
your
this, Miss
bullshit.
Elizabeth?
Well, here for Macho. At least he dumped her like a man.
High voltage.
Mind that she needs to say, and I don't know if we're gonna.
Zabisco's crazy, bro.
Bisco, man, oh
Let
my
me guess, does it
God.
begin with an
He
A
is
like
not on her
Zabisco.
alimony?
No.
She need more?
Zabisco's like, he needs to man up and dump her. He's like, I respect that.
I guess he does, but it's all
All right, let's see. Next match. It's high voltage. This is high voltage, and they're
High voltage,
facing
yeah.
right there.
Faces of Fear. We're gonna skip this match, I think. All right, Mike Wenner. Mike Wenner.
Oh, Jesus.
Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc.
Wenner.
The MGM Grand.
Close
Get
enough.
Wiener, man.
Coming to Las Vegas on Sunday, October 27th.
Mike Weiner
Mike
himself.
Wenner has
I have
a
actually no idea who Mike Weiner is.
tough task
Well, he's
ahead
here
of
to
him.
do a
Never heard
job.
of him, never seen
Face a man who has been
I mean, I know he's here to do a job for someone. Glacier, sure. Sub-Zero.
Lights.
laser beams everywhere.
This
Yeah,
is
this
an
was
example
terrible.
of somebody they tried to feature aside from the NWO to make an
They
attraction.
did try to feature this guy. They did. They put him on television and on have him win some matches.
The way he does his karate moves. We should watch some of this Glacier match.
Oh, come on, bro.
Just a second.
All right.
Mark Curtis, the referee.
We haven't watched one.
The referee, and here we go.
We're covering this era. They're really focusing in on
The
it.
significance of the martial arts, putting your fist behind your hand. Oh, look at right there. A simple little takedown, a version of a keto, just going against the.
That was a nice kick. Oh,
Yeah,
nice
sweep.
moves. I wonder what happened with this
You don't
guy.
stay on your feet
That
long.
He didn't
sweep
get
is
into
just
the
like the
main
Mortal
event.
Kombat sweep.
Not at all. What type of.
What happened to this guy? What
Yeah, why didn't he get into the main event?
What happened to this guy?
His career suffered a fatality.
Yeah, exactly. I do think eventually he loses the Sub-Zero gimmick, but I forgot what happens to him after. I can't imagine anything really worthwhile happened.
Look at that kick. That looked amazing. I love that. That was awesome.
Yeah, but come on, dude. No, but
The gimmick's not good.
the crowd doesn't. I don't know. I think the crowd didn't care. It's in the dark. His matches are in the dark for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
this is very Bray Wyatt of them.
This was, I mean, in some ways it was kind of creative, but it's too cartoonish, you know, too video game-ish. It's going away from what they're actually been kind of going with, the more realistic wrestling with the NWO. So it's kind of weird they still have this gimmick.
Alright, let me skip forward in the show a little bit. Oh, Macho Man, Slim Jim commercial. I always like going back and watching. For nostalgia's sake.
Please, Macho Man, wrestling is not an extreme sport.
Not extreme? I'll show you extreme!
Slim Jim, beefy, spicy, extreme excitement.
How can he move with a snowboard on his feet? Come on.
Well, he learned his lesson.
Here's your treat. The
How dare he
Slim
tell
Halloween
Macho Man
Havoc.
wrestling is
Snap to win
extreme.
sweepstakes. Win this monster truck or 1,000 other prizes. Look for the scary dude on displays at convenience stores. Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, how much money did he actually make for Slim Jim, I wonder?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking, after WCW died, how come he didn't remain like a mainstream character? You know what I mean? For the few years that before he died. This is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, you would think some company would have tried to hire him as like a spokesperson or something. He's such an incredible front man for anything.
Right, yeah, you would think people sell anything.
Prizes. Look for the scary dude.
Those last few years are a little bit of a mystery. Like, he kind of became like a weird, different guy too. You know what I mean?
Probably heavy drug use and whatnot.
We got another Hugh Morrus sighting.
Yeah.
Jarrett to make his introduction
We
here
saw a
on
little bit of him
WCW
last
with a big
week.
man like Hugh at the
Let's see who he's facing today. Oh, it's Double J, my
Oh.
guy. Yes.
Alright, you're gonna lose some more subscribers.
Alright, well, we're not gonna watch it.
I'm kidding.
If it were up to me, I'd watch the whole match, review it, but no, let's skip to the end. I think this is gonna be a Jeff Jarrett victory, though. He's gonna dodge a
What you would think?
top rope elbow. Well, it's his opening match.
Yeah.
So he dodges a top rope elbow and he's gonna win with a figure 4 leg lock.
Oh, yeah.
That was Ric Flair. Very rarely see someone tap out to the figure 4, but on this day, the figure 4 got Jeff Jarrett a victory. So we skipped the match, but any interest in what he has to say, Vlad? I mean, is he NWO? He is a new character coming from the other channel, from the WWF.
That's true. He was there. He kind of fits the mold, right? Because he
Came in a limousine today,
Yeah.
so I think Tony Schiavone's going to go up to the
And try to figure out what
try
his
to figure out what's going on with him.
Making his world championship wrestling debut, but
I know you don't want to hear Jeff Jarrett talk usually, but it is relevant today.
And it's apparent to all of the announcers that you are part of the NWO, but I need to ask you, are you another in the long line of these vandals that are coming out of the woodwork of the NWO? What's the story, Jeff Jarrett?
Well, Tony Schiavone, I'm going to give you the answer, and I'm going to make a few statements in reply to a few things that Hulk Hogan has been saying the last couple of months. Tony, Hulk Hogan, because I've had a few months off and I've had time to reflect and listen. And Hulk, you said that you were bigger than the wrestling industry itself. You said that you made the wrestling business. You said if it wasn't for you, that promoters like Vern Gagne in Minneapolis would have never existed.
that if it wasn't for you, that my father, Jarrett, another promoter in Tennessee, if it wasn't for you, he wouldn't have existed. Well, you didn't put one meal on my father's table, and you damn sure didn't put any food on my table. No sirree. You know, it seems like you seem to forget about history. You forget you, Hulk Hogan, you started in Tennessee. Hogan, history might not mean anything to you. The names like Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, the Funks, the Briscoes, I could go on and on. History doesn't mean much to you, but it means something to me. So maybe Sting said it best a couple of weeks ago. Hulk Hogan, you and the rest of the NWO can stick it.
Oh, so he's not NWO. Huh. Although in the future he would be NWO at some point. But he's not going to be part of this iteration of the NWO.
What
I also want to say, that was fine. What he said was fine. I just wanted to say his wardrobe is just awful. I don't know what the hell he's wearing.
But that's what he was wearing in the WWF. Like, he just came with what he had before, right?
No, it's awful. It was awful then, too. It was awful here, it was awful there, it was awful all the way. Especially the whole white thing makes it even worse that it's all white.
Yeah, it's a costume. Try to, you know, be a little bit of an attraction, I guess. But good promo, though. Good promo.
Good promo. Good promo.
Any promo about putting food on my family's table, and I'm there.
You and Dax have that in common.
Alright, so we're going to get some thoughts about another feud that's going on, Vlad, that doesn't have to do with the NWO, but it's stemmed from that WarGames match. It's Lex Luger and Arn Anderson. Because Lex Luger technically was the one that tapped, but, although he didn't even tap, which is funny, but Arn Anderson blames him for that loss.
This week is going to be no different, to be sure. Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, and the Macho Man, Randy Savage. But there's another one that we need to talk about. Luger and Anderson. You know, they're blaming Luger because he gave up at Fall Brawl. He was mugged, he was mobbed, and he crawled out of the ring calling Sting's name after all the controversy about Sting. Mike, how do you see the match?
Well, I agree, Eric, with the situation as far as the Four Horsemen goes. They said going into the War Games, Arn Anderson specifically in an interview said that you would have to kill him. He would not quit. I think the Horsemen and Anderson in particular really placed the blame on Lex Luger for defeat at the Brawl.
Well, he's called.
He was already ready to go to the hospital. He had his whole room ready to go.
Well, Luger wasn't willing to die like that for this whole thing.
No, Luger did not want to die. He wasn't ready to go to the hospital.
Because you're going to be fighting a man who is double tough in Arn Anderson.
Double tough, and he's really a threat. In fact, he has threatened to make an example out of the Renegade right here tonight. I wouldn't want to be in the Renegade.
All right, so that is what's going on tonight. So there's a warm-up match for Arn Anderson against the Renegade.
The Renegade.
This is the Renegade. So Arn Anderson's coming out with Woman. We're still in the Four Horsemen. I guess Miss Elizabeth is gone.
Love this. I don't know if I've said this enough, but I love this theme.
Oh, it's such a good thing.
That need the Stinger.
A lot of history between these two competitors.
All right, so this isn't really a squash. Arn Anderson does have some trouble with the Renegade, but I'm going to skip most of it.
But I assume he beats him with the DDT.
Pretty much. But yeah, as you see here, he did have to take a little bit of a respite on the outside, go talk to Woman and stuff, get a little bit of a break. Here's Woman. Here's a nice shot of Woman.
He had to catch his breath, but Mike, correct me if I'm wrong here. That's the first time I've ever seen a handspring cartwheel.
Just fucking socked him in the back of the head. What the fuck was that? It was like coming at him with a cartwheel or something. That was weird.
1, 2, 3.
Well, he was doing that move that people do sometimes. I don't think it was that weird.
Well, take a good look, Mr. Luger. He didn't have him up in the...
Still attacking him?
Let him go and shake his hand.
Yeah.
This is Arn Anderson. He takes it to a new limit. This man is all business.
Fucking company full of heels. Everyone's a heel in this company.
As Arn Anderson stomps on the floating ribbon. Here comes Lex Luger. Lex Luger out. Luger in the ring.
Yeah, Lex Luger had to stop that beat down of poor Renegade.
Discretion, the better part of valor, lacked any other horseman other than Woman.
What do you think of that match, Vlad? Is that one going to be worth watching when we get there?
Luger versus Arn.
I guess I do want to see who wins it, at least.
Yeah, I mean, Arn Anderson is one of the more underrated workers of all time, and one of the more underrated wrestlers of all time. I'm a big fan of Arn Anderson.
Let's skip a little bit.
As Arn Anderson made good on his threat to make an example.
What's this?
Here in WCW, and as we get a look at the Squire, Dave Taylor. And Mike,
David
you're
Taylor.
a man of the world. You're got your finger on the pulse.
What is this?
Well, he's abusing his butler.
Steven Regal. He comes to
Oh, man.
He's the guy with Regal. But why is he punching on this guy? He just laid him out.
With an attack, a European
I don't know.
on Jeeves as he comes
With Jeeves.
Of course, Taylor.
Another weird, terrible gimmick from this era of WCW. Let's see who he's facing.
TV title.
I think he's the one he's facing Lex Luger. It's gonna be an easy victory. Let's just skip to the torture rack.
Third member of the... I hope you're seeing this man who has been your friend for so long. Again, I say, as I said earlier, the past is the past. It's over. It's water under the bridge. Water under the bridge.
The greatest move in wrestling history,
What he said he would do.
according to K-On.
Taylor. That's step
So that's a win for Lex Luger. All right, let's skip forward.
Slim Jim's Halloween Havoc coming your way. Exclusive.
Oh, god damn.
You don't care.
Arn Anderson. God damn. Well, that looks a little fake. That looks a little concerto fake.
Lex Luger.
Where they slam the floor.
Luger got suckered with a steel chair.
Man, Luger got sucker punched. Okay, this is Four Horsemen style.
Yeah, horseman style beating. You know, come from behind.
They could never get the NWO like that, though, because the NWO travel in packs.
You know it right now.
They never walked anywhere alone.
All right, let me skip forward a little bit into the night. Rick Steiner, this week he's with Scott Steiner. Oh, this is a rematch of his match with Chris Benoit from the week before. Because, remember, they cheated. They just used the briefcase. Deborah distracted the ref, and they just whacked Rick Steiner. But this week, Scott is back from Japan to watch his back.
Very blatant cheating, yes. Benoit versus Steiner. I mean, this is a match I'd probably watch.
No, this is not bad. I like the ending of this match. I'm going to show you the ending. I think it was kind of funny. So watch an NWO entrance, maybe.
Oh, that.
Got a limo. Look at the license plate. NWO. I was about
During the match, during the Steiner-Benoit match, a limo is arriving in the back.
Save the exception in the early part of the broadcast when Hall and Nash came out to look at Harlem Heat. But we have a limo pulling in now, backing in, if you will, and... Oh, no.
There's Hollywood Hogan, first appearance for the night. Kevin Nash, too. Or is that the Giant?
I think it's the Giant.
The Giant.
Come here, brother.
Kevin Nash showed up earlier.
Yeah.
I got some business to take care of, brother. Watch my back, dude.
Business?
Where's he going now?
Business,
I think we were all feeling a little too comfortable.
He's got business.
All right, so watch the ending of this. All right, so they're going to try the same thing from last week with the Deborah distraction and the briefcase. So here comes Deborah on the ring apron.
Oh, she's learned. She has learned.
And there's Mongo McMichael with the briefcase getting ready to pass it to Benoit.
Changed it last week.
The dent in there, left over from
So
Kevin
here's
Green.
Scott Steiner from behind, and he's about to whack him, but Rick Steiner takes it.
Come on, referee! Don't count!
What a good ending. What a great wrestling ending.
That was pretty good. Yeah. I just love the way Mongo got hit.
Yeah, there's going to be a replay of it, but it was pretty epic. Watch. Hold on, it's right here. This was like some Looney Tunes shit.
Yeah. He was seeing stars for real, bro. Watch it. Boom.
Had your helmet on.
And he sold that really well.
Now listen to this.
Oh, great. Yeah, Mongo is a great wrestler.
Chris Benoit.
All right. I was Rick Steiner. I would have thrown the briefcase the other direction. I mean, the referee is still right there.
Yeah, I know, but at this point it doesn't matter, man.
And I also love Nick Patrick selling his neck during the count, like holding on to it as like, oh, it hurts. Dude, okay, that's the little things that make that character quite good.
All right, we're coming down the home stretch of this one. All right, here's the Macho Man, and he's facing.
You said Ric Flair, right?
Heavyweight championship.
Right. So I think I'm just gonna let the whole show run out. Maybe.
And every member of the NWO.
Let's see.
We know the NWO is on a mission to collect titles, to collect belts. Hold it, go back! Backstage!
That's all you need to know, man. Just watch my back. What's happening? What's going on? What are you doing? What's happening? The bottom line is I got a problem with the Macho Man. I want to look him in the eye with nobody around. Just watch my back, okay? We'll watch your back, because I know you watch ours. By the way, we got some NWO paperwork. The paperwork right here, guys. I know you're going to check it out, bro. What you were talking about? What you were talking about?
Is this the business we were going to talk about?
I watch your back. You
talk
watch
business.
my back. Crap, one more time. I'm going to tell you. Hogan wouldn't watch anybody's back unless he knew where to put the knife, and unless that's where their wallet was. Hollywood Hogan. What was the business he's talking about? He's backstage. Somebody, I know our director obviously knows where they are. They sent cameras back there. I'd like to get a word what part of the building they're in. Well, he's not going to talk to Savage. Savage is in the ring. Unless Hogan's going to the ring. Where's Flair? The Nature Boy Ric Flair, the current U.S. champion.
Come on, Nature Boy.
Back again, backstage. Go, 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 now!
Ric Flair's getting his ass whooped by the NWO, and Six has got a camcorder. He's just recording. Oh, he got his U.S. title belt.
He's got his U.S. title in his hands, and they are hammering away. Come on! Come on now! Security! And look at this! He's doing?
Vincent there to give him a little extra firepower.
The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, has been mugged.
Miss Elizabeth, why is she even there? Oh, Ric Flair, she was with the Horsemen.
Look what they're doing. They're backing. Oh, wait a minute.
So the Giant is backing Miss Elizabeth into the arena, where the Macho Man is in the ring, supposedly waiting for a U.S. title match, which didn't start.
Where are the rest of them? Where are the rest of them? The Macho Man.
And Miss Elizabeth getting behind the Macho Man now. Oh, and it's an ambush.
It's always an ambush. Their poor Macho Man is
hammered from behind by Hollywood Hogan. Oh.
So that poor referee.
The Giant throws the referee. Is that Mark Curtis? Poor little Mark Curtis.
Mark Curtis.
All right, so now it's NWO time. It's the home stretch of the show. They're gonna whoop the Macho Man's ass again. This is the worst feud ever for the Macho Man. And here's Miss Elizabeth grabbing Hogan by the arm. Look how loyal she is. Well,
the Macho Man.
Oh, they're gonna make her watch this. They're gonna make her watch them take Savage apart piece by piece. Who do you think you are? I own you.
You don't own anything, Hogan. And look at them, they're hauling the Macho Man.
His carcass back to the ring.
Yeah, the Giant's got the Macho Man. That's pretty hard to carry somebody like that. Especially the Macho Man's not a small guy.
He dropped him.
Right at the base of his.
Oh, I don't remember that at all. That had to...
Somebody get him.
Yeah, that was like embarrassing. I could see that happening at a wedding.
The weight.
Like a guy trying to carry his wife and then drops her by accident.
Ouch. That had to hurt.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Luckily,
that could have hurt the Giant too. Like his leg could have.
Yeah, it looks like he slipped or something, right?
Yeah.
On the steps.
Just proceeding.
Yeah, Giant was trying to carry the Macho Man up the steps on his back and he slipped. Dropped him, fell himself, but they still dragged him into the ring. Still gonna finish off the beatdown.
Looks like luckily nobody was hurt too bad based on that.
Taking the Macho Man up for a choke slam, but Hogan's telling him to stop. Maybe he's finally gonna have some mercy.
Oh no mercy. He just wants to punch him first in the face.
Him in the face, yeah.
Of the Macho Man one-on-one, the NWO only operates as a gang of thugs.
Hogan is just beating the Macho Man's face in the middle of the ring. More spray paint flag? What do you think? In front of Miss Elizabeth? The Giant is holding Miss Elizabeth.
I mean, haven't they already done that though, like 2 or 3 times? I don't know.
There's 2 more weeks left after this too. They're gonna probably do it 2 more times before their match.
It was a long time between pay-per-views. They had a lot of stuff that they could go to.
Oh, this is sick. Just obviously
but
she's had
ends up usually the same with poor Mom.
He is unconscious.
A bunch of leg drop series. The imagery here is the Giant holding Miss Elizabeth though. Holding her by the head, forcing her to watch, and she's crying. But Vlad, is this a ruse? Is she with them? I mean, if you know or if you don't know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on here.
I don't think she's like...
Robert, do you think she's with the NWO?
Maybe? I have no idea.
I would guess...
I'll have to tune in and find out.
I would guess no, but, you know, if I was watching this, I would be like, probably not, but, you know, I guess we'll see.
Hey, Laura, what do you think? Is Miss Elizabeth with the
Laura?
Does she trust...
We need your expert opinion.
Does she trust Miss Elizabeth?
Oh my God! So Hogan is, what is he doing? He's drawing the outline of Macho Man on the floor, like when a person dies.
Well, this was a crime scene.
The Macho Man is literally laying there like dead. Looks like he's dead.
He does look pretty dead.
Oh, another piece of trash.
Damn.
Hit the giant.
Right in the
No.
Man, you know, that trash thing.
That happened all the time in WCW.
Yeah, but it was not cool. The fans shouldn't have been doing that. They should have like announced it before the show, like, hey, don't throw trash, man. But they didn't want to sell out the business. They didn't want to say, hey, it's only entertainment. They didn't want to say that, so they couldn't really stop the trash.
They didn't have to say that, but they could have just said no trash.
They could say, yeah, you'll be banned from the building if you throw trash.
Yeah, it'll be kicked out or something.
But these guys were supposedly being thug hooligans. They never were able to get this under control in WCW. All right, let's see what Hogan says.
In me, as Hollywood Hulk Hogan and the Brotherhood of the NWO, I deem this consummation of the Macho Man Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth null and void. Because I own you.
Get us out of here.
I own your body. I own your soul. I own your heart. Because it was etched in stone.
Get us out of here.
Miss Liz, you're mine. Ooh, yeah.
Get us out of here. Please. Cut the cameras.
You know something, brothers? Just like the Macho Man has been destroyed, I seriously doubt he'll be at Halloween Havoc. Why don't you snap into a Slim Jim Macho puke?
What's next?
By the way, let's destroy the broadcast booth.
No!
Just
Get
like
out
we
of here!
WCW.
No way!
By the way, why not?
No way!
Begin.
No
Let's
way!
run him over. Come on, guys.
The heck?
Bring her with us.
The heck is that?
Bring her with
The
us.
heck is that?
Oh, they're gonna run over the announcement with the monster truck. 6 is like full speed ahead. That's an awesome monster truck. Now I would run around the streets in that shit. Imagine.
Can you actually? I don't think you could ride around the streets of Canada. Is that legal?
I don't think so.
I'll do it even if it's not legal, just for the experience. There you go. All right, another episode of Nitro in the books. Anyone want to give any thoughts to close the night?
Sure. It was an interesting show. Again, I think they have a slight problem with the fact that there's so much time off between the last pay-per-view and Halloween Havoc, where they're doing so many kind of repeat stuff. They've already beaten Randy Savage, Macho Man numerous times, spray painted him, left him laying all the NWO, holding Elizabeth. They've done this kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
but we can't get enough of that.
I'm a fan of all the people involved. Obviously, love Randy Savage, Hollywood Hogan, all the people involved. The Giant. It's good. It's good. This was a good show. It was a good show, but I think it'd be nicer if he kind of got to the match. I think at this point, there's sometimes it could be too much build up for a match, and I think in this case, this is one of those cases.
Yeah, well, we'll see what they do for the next couple of weeks. But if I were to be a betting man, I would bet that there would be another NWO beatdown of the Macho Man before we get to that match.
You're probably right.
Robert, any thoughts? Did you agree with Vlad? Is it too repetitive at this point?
So, I would grade this episode as a D only because this was the debut of Jeff Jarrett.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. I'm
Come
kidding.
on.
Kahan, I only said that just to mess with you. No. This
Listen
is
here,
cool.
slap nuts.
I said I was kidding. I just said that to mess with you, dude. No, I didn't mean that. Yeah, no, this was cool. It looks like Macho Man wanted nothing to do with Miss Elizabeth after what happened the previous episode. I did like how it ended. That whole final segment was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
So,
whole U.S.
not
title
bad.
match didn't even go off. They were advertising that the whole show, like, oh, there's gonna be a big match tonight. There was no
Right.
fucking match
They also
whatsoever.
beat up Ric Flair.
Yeah, left him laying too, so he's gonna want revenge. But what can they do? The Horsemen are helpless. They've been beaten and humiliated by the NWO multiple times. So is the Macho Man, but he's not giving up. So we'll see.
No, but I mean, overall, it's obviously a pretty good show. Shows are a little bit slower than others. This was, again, one of them, which is not always a bad thing. I mean, you can't, like we've been saying, you can't always go 100 miles per hour. Things have to build up week to week, especially if you're doing long-term storytelling and stuff like that. So I'm okay with some things being slower sometimes, especially if they have a good payoff at the end, like this one did. So overall, good stuff. It's building towards something. You know, this is one of those episodes that build towards something, or is building towards something.
All the stars were out though, especially at the end. This is another trend that's gonna start happening where they're gonna have like just these crazy fiery endings. Maybe nothing happens for the whole show, but the last like 5 minutes are just like insane. Like if you tune in at the end, bro, and you saw Macho Man laying there and the spray paint around him and the giant holding Miss Elizabeth, like that was a wild scene. That was
and
pretty
people
crazy.
throwing trash and people throwing trash at the NWO, right?
So yeah, it really caught fire at the end, but overall the whole show before it was just okay. Interesting to us because we're kind of wrestling marks in that sense, and we know a lot of these guys. But yeah, this was not the best one that we've seen, but there was that mystery of Miss Elizabeth, and we're not sure what's really going on with her. If she's with the NWO or she's really.
I guess we really still don't, based on these episodes. 100%.
We don't, but I have this heavy suspicion that she is, to be honest.
That she's with the NWO.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just like not sure, so we'll see.
All right. Well, we'll put a pin on that then, and we'll find out some more later. Next chance we get together, we'll continue on with this Odyssey. But thank you for listening, anybody who's out there. Thank you for joining me, Vlad and Robert. Vlad, the wrestling expert. Robert, the frozen Asian. You guys are the best, man. I had the best time. And I'm glad these are all recorded for posterity too, man, because sometimes I go back and I watch some of it and, you know, I see us getting cracked up by these old wrestling shows and funny things. It's just like kind of cool memories, man. So I appreciate you guys coming on and doing this with me. Hope we'll see you guys soon. All right. That's all we got for this week. Like and subscribe. Don't forget, we're trying to get to 5 million subscribers. We're almost there. All right. We just need a few more. So tell your friends. All right.
You keep increasing the goal. It was, I think, 1 million last week.
Well, 500 would be a nice goal, to be honest. I think last I checked, we're like at 163. So,
we're getting there. We're getting there.
We're doing our best here, man. We're not like full-time podcasters. We all have jobs and stuff. We can't spend every minute of the whole day working on this. But
that's unfortunate.
I mean, from what I see, some people be watching, man. Last week we had like 3,000 view videos. So, yeah. Well, I mean, if somebody out there is getting some entertainment out of this and listening to us banter about it and killing some time, that's awesome. That would be great.
Yeah.
All right, then, guys. I'm going to check out for the night. We'll see you next time.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right, good night.